Good day, open hearts, and thank you for being here at the Shell Energy. I wanted to come in today and talk about healing. Oh, I got too much Palo Santo. Anyway, because it's a word that we throw a lot. We gotta heal this, we gotta heal that. But right now, it feels like it's a very important thing to do in a way. If you want to help the collective, you need to really go on with it. Since Friday, the energies the frequency change. um my ear is still not good. I can't hear a thing with this. Friday night, Saturday was very intense. I lay down a lot. Yesterday was Saturday. Yeah, so it feels like there is a big opening now to allow us to release. So I know there's people that are very engaged in going through therapy, but they might not feel like they're moving forward. This energy that is coming right now, the next week or so, it's gonna be very helpful for releasing things that are still stuck, that we cannot let go of. So I wanted to come in and just give you heads up for that. It's very intense. The energy is feels, there's a lot of sadness, there's grief, and I tap into it because I figured out why I felt like that. So it feels to me that it's also lineages. So it might not just this one timeline. It might be that a lot of people are clearing their lineage at this time, but nevertheless, you need to do your clearing, you need to do the healing. And what kind of healing you need to do? So you need to clear any kind of layer, and usually the bottom line is unworthiness. But from there, it's fear, and it just from there, there's so many different branches that go out. But bottom line, what I have found is worthiness. When you feel unworthy of knowing, you already know who you are, okay? You are not less a person over here in the mud, praying to a Lord up in the sky. No, that is just a story. You are source energy. You are the flame. You are the fabric of all consciousness. You are the God particle. If you don't feel comfortable with that thought, you need to start peeling those layers and get rid of those layers, all the story, every time that anybody said or did or hurt you, something that did not go along through that line of you being a sacred being. You split, you fracture yourself. So you need to start bringing your wholeness together to the understanding that you have always been whole, you have always been home, and you have always been source light. You always been the divine in body. You are the divine incarnate, in the body. So if you don't feel comfortable with that thought, that's when I feel is the core wound is unworthiness. But regardless of what it is healing is pretty much just getting rid of everything that is not who you are, okay? Because that's where we're going. The next platform where collectively we're moving forward is going to be a very a platform where you have to show up authentically with your true self and with your true gifts, without the story, without the labels, without the diplomas, without the hurts and the blames and the judgments, all of that stuff. So anyway, one of the practices that I particularly recommend, I have done it myself and it works for me, and again, I'm coming from just to share experiences here and what has worked for me. From the corner of my universe, this has been very powerful, and I have taken my timeline this time around by 5 years, from age 0 to 5, from 5 to 10, like that. And then I just see it as a movie, and then just pay attention, where does my body feels an emotional charge? Is there a situation, an experience that created pain, hurt, you know, and I need to look into it. So I looked at it, I played the scene, and without any judgment or blaming anybody, just with an open heart. You open your heart and you become the pure essence of compassion, because the compassion that you pouring into this scene is for yourself, because everybody that is playing in this scene is an aspect of you. So it's just us. So you play this scene, but what I do is at the end I play the scene one more time with the dialogue that I wish had been said. So the teacher that smacked me, or the nun that shamed me at school, the rape, the domestic abuse, the burning, um, the war, everything. You just play again the scene and looked at it. When you remove yourself from the scene, look at it like a witness and just bless it, let it go. Don't throw away the baby with the bath water, like they say. Keep the lesson. Okay, this is what I understood about it, and it's pretty much about compassion, forgiveness. How does it feel? If you in the scene you were the victim, you're going to have different emotional charges. That if in the scene that you are witnessing you are the victimizer, you're going to have different emotional charges. So those are your experiences. You want to keep those lessons, because those are the ones that expand you, that open you up. And then just bless them and let them go. Thank them. Thank you, I love you, and let them all go. Okay, I'm just giving you this information because it feels like coming into May is very important that we start practicing being in the present moment. And if we're going to be distracted, there's going to be more distractions coming in. So we want to just get rid of the distractions that we had before coming into the quarantine, which, now that we're in quarantine, you have the opportunity to sit by yourself and do this work and learn to live in the present moment, because it's very, very important from, May forward, mostly like June forward to finish the year. It's very important that you just don't get distracted by what's not happening. And right now, this minute, what happened before, what might happen later. It's very important that you stay present, because this is where you're going to have your power. Your power is in the present moment. That's when you can make choices that are heart-based. Okay, so what healing is you have to remove everything that you are not. Okay, let go of everything that you're not. So you're going to let it go without blaming, without judging. You're going to forgive everything, because every time you forgive something, you're forgiving yourself, because everything out there is just an expression of you. There's nobody else. So every forgiving that you do is self-forgiveness. And it's important that you start getting rid of that. Okay, there's a lot of us still carrying density that we need to drop it. Do the healing, do the shadow work, bless it, thank you, I love you, let it go. Because we need room in our physical body, because everything that is happening, we are grounding, we are anchoring through our physical bodies. And we're gonna need the room to anchor the new. Okay, that's why a lot of people that did not feel 100% on the physical are exiting right now, or exit last year, because they saw that this coming up is going to require a lot of physicality. Everything you anchor, all the light, all the love, all the gratitude, you have to feel it and anchor it through your body. Okay, and put it down in the ground, in the mother. The good news is that you see the news about the earth and how it's less pollution, is the water's getting cleaner, and the animals, the fish, all that is better. So that's one thing you don't have to worry about right now. If you were into the environment right now, the work that you have to do if you want to be helpful is to do the healing work. Okay, take care of you, of letting go of the story. If you are not comfortable with the fact that you are this, that you are source light, that's when you begin, you realize, why am I not comfortable? It's a belief systems that I was I, told that I have no power and all the power is up in the sky, or I don't know, in some sacred stone somewhere, I don't know. So I don't do religion. So it's not that I don't respect. I feel like religion, every religion has a little nugget of a golden nugget, but they lost. They have the little golden nugget, and then they just created this whole story and power and you know control and all that stuff, which is just another timeline. And there's people involved there because they want to experience that. But at this time, the most helpful thing you can do, being that this frequency that is coming in, and like I say, it just blew my ear from Friday, and it's gonna be like a whole week of these very intense frequencies. They are very good to do cleaning work. Okay, if you need to, then see if you can do an appointment with a therapist, so you can have some sessions and talk. I know you can do them online and do FaceTime or something, and do it this week, because this is a powerful week to do healing work. Our hands chakras and our feet chakras have been activated since at least 2017, all of us, everybody. So you can do your own Reiki type of healing on your body, on somebody else. You don't have to be afraid of anything. You can send healing energies to somebody, but the most important thing is to do it yourself. Do your work. Okay, the Buddha said what you need to do is sweep your sidewalk. That's the most important thing, because if you clean your sidewalk and everybody do that, then the whole world will be clean. So you clean, you heal your own stuff. And if you have been feeling very emotional since Friday, it's because this wave, you can feel it. It's this wave. It has this tone of grief, and it has and it's not grief. Of course, when a pandemic, a lot of people have transition. It feels like it's more lineage, like wars and stoning, burnings, like that. A lot of killings of different timelines and lineages. That's how it feels. But when you do the work here, it ripples. So you don't have to worry about what happened 500 years ago. You do it now. You take, like I say, you take it from, I like to do it 5 years at a time, or you can do it by age or by grade level at school, and just see the rape, see the judgment, see the bullying, become a witness, open your heart full of compassion, and forgive everything and everyone. Okay, that's the best thing you can do at this moment. Forgive everything and everyone, because when you do that, you're forgiving yourself. You're granting yourself forgiveness. Okay, that's why I always say don't judge, because the moment you pass judgment, you're passing judgment on yourself. The moment you point the finger, you're blaming yourself. Blaming is just a waste of time. It's a distraction. So the main thing here is about you doing the work of healing. Okay, everything that doesn't, that is being an obstacle for you to see yourself as pure God essence, you need to heal those wounds. Okay, I hope that was helpful and explain if you're feeling emotional through these couple of days. That's what's happening. Use this energy well. Okay, remember, we are the angels. Thank you so much for coming with an open heart and open mind. Thank you for thumbs ups, shares, and subscribes. If you have a friend or anybody that would be, this video will be helpful, please share it, because this is important work that we need to do now to create the new. Okay, please practice being in 0 point in the present moment, please. Thank you. Many blessings. Namaste.